poly for the engine to actually flex on, and it's. We just finished flashing the next revision, so. If you're new here, welcome to the Autoless YouTube channel. If you're already an Autoless family member, thank you. And what's swinging, gang? So we just received a new revision and I'm ready to run it already. So, you know, it's getting close to a holiday time, so I don't know if we will get revisions back to back anymore or things like that, but we are getting close to finishing this tune, you know. So I mean, let's hope we can get it done in this time. If not, it'll be after Christmas, but we'll see how many runs we can get in today. So let's get the first one.
Three days later.
So it's a couple days later, actually about a week later. I mean, it's getting towards the holiday time, so I know my tuner has been very busy. But we just finished flashing the next revision, so I mean, let's go ahead and run it. And also an update on the custom engine mounts and transmission mounts. You will be seeing the completed versions of those hybrid mounts in this video. So let's make this run. Okay, I told you guys that I would show you the engine mounts once they were done, and they are done. So let me let you see exactly what they look like. Not just the engine mounts, the transmission mounts too. And big, huge shout out to Boosted Beamers. My brother Omar, he's gonna help us get these things installed before Euro Wars. So around the first week of June, I'm talking about June. The first week of January, we'll be getting these installed because I want them to cure as long as possible. You know, I mean, a good week of curing is good. You know, I did these a couple of days ago, but the longer the better, because the polyurethane strengthens up as it sits and cures, and it could take anywhere from 15 to 30 days to reach full strength, you know, and I want them to be crazy strong, you know, before we get on this track. So let's take a look at them. Okay, this here you can see is the transmission / transfer case mount, and you can see straight through it. The polyurethane is like a honey color, and it's very, very hard. And this is 60A, by the way, about the same rubber as this, but it's solid now, because usually this mount would only move on these two posts, you know. So this is extremely strong, and it has a steel cage all the way around that's coated in rubber as well. But as you can see, the way I filled this, I wanted it to be exactly like the, you know, Power Flex style. You know, mine is a little cleaner in my opinion. You see, it's perfect with the design and the style without having the tape lines on the back. And this is the front. So it's similar, very similar to the PowerFlex. The only difference is you can't remove this. This is permanently embedded. You know, you have to cut it out of here. You know, I'm sure with enough force and finesse, you might can get it out, but I mean, why would you want to? So that's done. And this is one of the engine mounts. And if you remember on the last video, I told you guys I was adding my own cage, and this is what I meant. So this isn't regular wire. This is automotive safety wire. So this will never like break or unwind. And what I did is I did 3 runs of cross hatching or hashtagging, or however you call it, cross hatch. It shapes like a hashtag, and you can see they're interwoven in between each other. And that plus that bottom shelf, which is about 1 inch all the way in diameter, will make sure that this polyurethane has no flex. Another reason why I wanted to use my own cage further up than the factory cage that was further down is to get a larger pour of polyurethane, because I mean, common sense, the bigger piece of poly, the larger the piece of poly, the stronger the mount. You know, more poly for the engine to actually flex on. And it's, I mean, that's like hard as a rock, but it still has a teeny bit of give to it, you know. So this is perfect. And I also filled the top of the mount also, because this is a 2-chamber mount. As you can see, it has a top chamber and a bottom chamber, but the rubber, factory rubber, does go from the top to the bottom, but the chambers aren't connected. So this took 8 fluid ounces of poly to fill, and the top took 4, you know. So, and they turned out perfect. And this will stop movement up top, and when the rubber compresses, that usually pushes down on hydraulic fluid to dampen, is going to push on a large slug of, you know, polyurethane. The slug is about like that thick, you know, and it's in every crevice in this entire thing. So I mean, these mounts they're way heavier than a factory mount. So they don't make any aftermarket mounts for my car, so I had to make my own. The only thing they make is, you know, Strong Flex makes the rear diff mounts, which they just start making. Let me lift this camera back up. They just start making those rear diff mounts for my truck, so that's exactly what I put back there. But they don't make any engine or transmission mounts for my platform, so I was forced to pretty much do my own thing. Like literally 99, maybe 95% of the mods on my truck are all custom, because nobody makes anything for the SUVs. So yeah, my tuner also told me that that'll be my last revision until after the holiday. So there's those 2 revisions were pretty much it. So after Christmas, he said he'll be back that following Monday, which I think is the 29th. So we'll see if we can get some more revisions in then. But I'm getting very, very close to being done with this tune, and I'm extremely happy that we're almost done with the tune, because it's heading right up next to Euro Wars, which is the 17th and the 18th at Orlando Speed World. So I definitely want to have all of this stuff done, and I should have my drag radials front and rear already ready to go. So yeah, I mean, that'll be the end of this video, guys. So like, share, and subscribe, and Auto Lust out.